Hi everybody, it's Rob, and we're on to video number 17 or so on the Pinterest training. And we're still on pin creation, but in the middle of all of this, I want to talk to you about your blogging, because before I even get to that, let me point out this. When you create pins, you can send that pin traffic anywhere. So if you have really cool pins and lots of them, and you keeping them within the same market, your views aren't going to give you money in the bank until you've got a kind of a call it a funnel. People talk about funnels, right? So to quickly explain, a funnel is where you send somebody to a starting point, and very often in a traditional funnel they get to a free product, and so then they give you the email, and then they click onto something else and they get the freebie, and they learn to trust you, and then you email them and show them to a second thing in the next level of the funnel and next level of the funnel, and eventually they're buying stuff from you because they love you and they think you're some kind of a genius and whatever. Now, I admit that I very, very seldom go to that length. I have this crazy theory that, and be careful, don't take this as an insult, but people that want my products, I believe, will actually realize it straight away and get on board. I do allow for some, call it funnel, meaning I do have 1 or 2 freebies, and I've got the 7-day free trial, and for me that's enough. If you're not committed enough to want to do something after the 7 days, then truthfully you'll waste your money with me anyway. So having said that, if you're this far, you're either in the 7-day free trial and you're deep into a course, so you aren't one of the ones that I'm insulting anyway, so well done. Okay, so back to this. If you created a pin, so now we're talking about the funnel or the process. If you have a really powerful pin and then you send them to a weak page or an expensive product or a weak product or a badly designed product or not enough options, or the delivery scares them, or you're going to lose people hand over fist. So what you've got to try to do is think like a buyer. And I suspect you are a buyer of other things too. So you kind of got to think, what are they going to do when they clicked on my pin? Okay, so I'm going to, just for want of a better argument for now, use an example of an actual product. So earlier on, previous video, let me find it, I made, where is it, view product. Okay, I made this product as part of the hurry, let's make some product things. And it's okay. I'm not super impressed. Not like, whoa, I've got to get one of these for myself. In fact, it's typical of a lot of my products. I use them in training, and means I don't put enough. These are cool. I like all of those, and yet they were all products of my training. Incidentally, this was an error one. Can you see, if you look, come on, stop hovering. If you look over this one, around the edges, it's got that circle of writing. Here, I placed it wrong, and the circle of writing, if you look at the back of that pin, the writing is around the corner. And yet it looks quite cool, so I left it like that. Anyway, so what I'm trying to tell you here is that if I just made this one pillow with this one background, with that one font, I might never sell one ever of this one. Okay, so I've got to put them into a system where they get, they might love this one, that's why they clicked on it. So now let's say they come across my pin for that one. Oh, my bad, wherever that pin is. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so now this is the pin, and they think, oh, let's go see. And they click. Okay, so when they click this, in theory, I want them to be taken to, wow, you think it'll be easy here, to a page that's not this page. I think it's a little bit too dangerous to throw them into here and find out this is $30. My goodness, for the big one. And it's nice that I put all the variants in here. I love those things, that big hand woven thingy. So it's nice that they exist. I've got a lot of mistakes on this page, so do as I say, don't do as I do. And anyway, so here's what I'm doing in this training. So let's go back to the training. I want to show you some tips on how to improve your blogging or your product packaging so that you're likely to get double or triple the sales. Okay. Now, I'm sorry about that. If you've, it's worth taking a little bit of extra time. So let's go. Sorry, let's go back to where is it? Where is it? I'm sorry. I'm battling to make my brain work. I'm sure you don't mind or know it if you. I've got to pause this while I find that folder. One sec. Okay, so remember my folders that are done for I call them efficiency folders, which is alien to me. And inside there was the background images. Okay, now if you look, that pillow I dragged from earlier on when we were talking about this. I said, oh, that's nice. So there it was, that background image, right? But now that I've got this pillow trick set up, I should go and literally make half a dozen of these. So I literally take this and I go and make, let me not actually show you the process, but I go and design 10 cushions, literally 10, and give it a bit more thought than I'm doing now because I'm teaching and not thinking. If I can phrase that better than that. That sounded bad. I do think when I teach you, I think about that. So will this work on a cushion? I doubt it. That's enough to make everybody cry. So from here, in fact, you might find that I'm in the wrong place for this. Okay, let me go across and out of the way so that you can't see me blundering like a crazy person through my own folders. I'm going to go to my graphic folder. And show you that, for example, I've got an entire folder, this is my graphics, of backgrounds and textures. Look at these. So I could just do animal print patterns. Sorry about that. And eventually we're going to get to looking at some pictures. And, well, yeah. So think before you do this, Rob. You can already buy these in cushions everywhere, and maybe that's not too serious. Better to think about that. Because if I know they exist, then they are, people are buying them. This might be where I got the other one from my other t-shirt from, so it shows you I gravitate to that quite often, the title. But there's all sorts. I mean, let's just do, sorry, my bad. But yeah, so I don't want to get too lost. Whatever winter design collection is handmade paper. Let's look at it. It probably is just paper. But you might find that this, as the background on a cushion, will give it a really nice texture. Can you see? So it really turns it into this luxury looking sort of a canvasy. You get where I'm going. So what I'm telling you is that forget this. Let's go back to here. Produce 10 different things with or without names, with different titles, with different things. In fact, let's go back to my Pinterest action folder, and we go back to my pre-done pins, ready to print on demand. This one was a cushion, a pillow, but I could easily take the one that I did all those words. These are my words. So this was for a comforter, right? Different variations of blocks of text, I believe, would work quite well. So I could take this whole block and print it on a cushion, but then I could zoom it to not a ridiculous level and take this section just randomly. So words like fibromyalgia, pains, energy levels, they're all on the pillow, and yeah, they don't make sense because I've just kind of cropped it. So it's worth considering. Ideas are many. I could consider putting those words over that paper texture that I just told you about, and so a little bit of experimentation. Oh, sorry, to show you what I do though with that, let's go back to the ready to POD. Let's go, this is, they're in here actually. So these are all the curtain ones I did. So this is a good example. So I got curtains, look at the curtains. So I did, these are correct sizes done already. So let me actually click it open as an image. So I did the design. Whether I turned it into a curtain or not, I don't think I did. I don't know whether this will make a good curtain or not. But you can see the images are huge. Look how long they take to open. But the point is that they're correctly done already to be curtains. And I would then, once they're done at this point, I would then take this and push it across to Printify, Printful, and print it. I could add text to here and here. I could do things with that. By the way, I could even, so let's get out of here. I could even go to my text actions. So I would be able to show you what those text actions look like in here under my banners. Can you see completed pins and banners? So you can see here I've fiddled with some of my texts. Can I find you one or two? Well, the Pain War ones is an example. So I could just do this sort of thing on a few of the designs for cushions. I'm just going to click through as we're talking. So hello, Rob. So you see, same Chronic Pain War. I just pushed all the buttons and saved them, whether I use them ever, or whether I just use it. Oh, head colds are such fun. You know, some of these are pretty cool looking now. Like when I see it big on my screen, put it on a t-shirt and they look terrible. So this one, I put it on a t-shirt. It makes me a little bit nauseous when I look at it. So it's exactly what I'm trying to tell you is that until I've done it and fiddled a bit, I'm trying to find some more that I can show you. There's a text. I like this kind of thing. Put it on a cushion or not. So, sorry that I've derailed my discussion by showing you examples and examples. The point is that I want to have. Sorry, I'm really distracted by my cold. I want to suggest that you have 10 designs, okay? And now you're going to create a fibromyalgia pillow page. And you write that page out with 500 words talking about the ways that you can decorate with fibromyalgia-related products and put your cushions over here and throw pillows there. They can be used in the bedroom. They can be used where all those places where you sit while you're flaring. You know, you just talk. Nothing fancy. And remember, obviously, you talk about your niche. I'm just giving you the example that in my case. So I would go and create this blog first. 10 products and then the blog page, okay? So now what this does is this helps you know where the clicks where they get sent to, okay? So you've obviously used your keyword lists. You've considered keywords that work. So if you remember back, I think I can show it to you easily. My keywords under gifts. Right, so under gifts, I had these keywords. There, bracelet pillow, there is one. So people were searching for fibromyalgia pillow. So I go and do a full page on fibromyalgia pillow, and on it, it's not my shop page. It's got all 10 or 15 or 20 pillows, and eventually 100. People must pitch up at that page and think, whoa, check how cool this is. They must be so excited that they open 5 or 6 or 7 to look at. So if you've got 50 to choose from, they're going to think 10 of them are absolutely disgusting. And then they're going to think, but these are cool and those aren't, and these, and oh, that heavy metal one, and what's a skull pillow? Bad example, but maybe not, maybe there's, kind of, I have this avatar image in my head of a person more female than male, sitting, all sort of curled up under a duvet or blanket on a sofa somewhere, in pain, with a book or tablet in her hand, and still wearing everything that she eats and drinks and sleeps in. So in other words, a really long t-shirt, that type of thing, you see. And I doubt it's true, although, mind you, I'm just the male version of that. Snacking and doing other things bad because, well, you're trapped in your pain life. But in truth, there must be people that love fairies and have fibromyalgia, and people that are that enjoy dirty jokes. The one or two of the fibromyalgia people are always using the F word on all their training. And now I don't have a problem with using it in my daily language, but I don't think it should be on a website. But other people do. So you see, sorry, I'm getting derailed again. So consider a bigger blog post that cover a variety of keywords, and then all of your this is SEO, and I'm not going to get too much into it, but you'd link from all of those sales pages, see more, and send them back to all those links from that. Let me go and show you my one. So this page down here will be a link in the description that says to see more cushions, go here. Is this one not the one you wanted? Go here. Even though they put related products, I would put it into what is this? Sorry, my bad. I'd put it in here as a title on every single item. It can't hurt. And you link from here to your pillow page, which, by the way, I don't yet have set up, and I'm busy telling you how to set it up here, which amuses the hell out of me. So you've got all these items published, and they're all pushing the links to your big page that's got, let's say, at least 10 cushions on them. And all the pins that you've created all link to the big page with all the images on. And it can't hurt to clone that page and send some pins to a purple version of it and some to a blue version and see which ones get the clicks and the sales. That's split testing. You can worry about that down the line. So create a page on your site you can save and use as a blog template. Okay, I'm going to do that. Let's see what else I said here. We'll talk about this in a second. Okay, so you'll always pin up to 100 pins, I'm suggesting, at least, to a page. Then create another page, create 100 pins to that page. Just keep doing varieties, right? I'm talking about split testing. So if you've got the energy or time, do split testing. I'm not going to go into it too much for now. If you've watched this course and you come back to this and you're not going to take action on this right now, I know it. There's far too much for you to learn. But if you go through it a second time and you pick this up, you're welcome to contact me and say, Rob, do me a favor and do a couple of videos on how to do split testing properly, and I'll do that for you. The Divi theme allows for that, right? So what does this say? Okay, so this where it says this you get from Divi, you've used my affiliate link to get your hosting. Okay, I would have installed Divi for you if you used my affiliate link to get your hosting. And if you've got Divi, this facility of creating a pre-done page will be easy to do. Okay, yeah. Okay, so then set this page up for all posts so that it has many magazine-style sections on the page to allow for maximum clickability to all your assets, products, affiliate links, courses. You want to make a page that this big page that you're sending people to, not only covers every variation of your cushions, but you want them to pitch up there and literally be like all led by the nose, if you like, to where they really want to go. Here's the thing. If somebody comes to a page that totally doesn't suit them, it's just that one pillow that I just made, the blue one, and they think, and they're gone. I've literally lost them after going to the trouble of creating a pin to get the link to get them to my site, and I've lost them in seconds. If I had have put up 10 images on that page, and they were serious about looking at pillows and cushions, they might go to 2 or 3 of them. And if they start to get excited because they've got choice, it's a weirdest thing, by the way, when you've got a choice of things to buy, you're more likely to buy it than when you just have one. So now the decision is it worth the price? What about the delivery? When they're choosing, is the blue one or the pink one better, they don't think of that other choice. They choose the blue or the pink one and then they buy it. They might still derail when they have to actually pay. I did that the other day myself, so I get it. Okay, so I've added, before I go back and show you how to set up this page in overall, it says if you've set it on a golden keyword post, right, you could even rank in 24 hours anyway. This is by just creating the page. So if you created golden keyword pages and then sent those pages to your core page here, that would work. In other words, you go and find golden keyword pages related to gifts for fibromyalgia people, that kind of thing, pillows for fibromyalgia people, and on the page you set up, you put banners similar to what I'm going to teach you now on that page that says go and see all the pillows here, all the necklaces here, excuse me, the courses are all over here, freebies are over there, and if you click on the last link, because none of those first 5 things are interesting to you, I will sing you a song on the last link, and at least they've got somewhere to go at the end. So, and all of this is how to set this right in your silo structure. So I'm going to get off of this page now and take you, if that's enough advice for you. Sorry, 20 minutes, that's what I was trying to find out. I just want to see, let me just go straight to my blog. Okay, so now remember, this is a case of do as I say, don't do as I do, because if I had to do everything that I taught you to do, I would need to be 30 people. In fact, even now, in the last 6 months, I've started 3 or 4 training sections on this course that if you find, for example, the travel website one, my bad. I didn't get very far with that one. Maybe you want to help me with it. So here's, I'm going to pause this. I want to go and look for an example page of what I'm trying to show you, and I'm going to come back and explain it to you in a second. I'll be back. Okay, I'm at the Elegant Themes. This is not Divi. This is their theme called Extra, but it's a great example because this is a magazine theme, and it helps me highlight what I'm going to tell you here. Now, before I even start showing this, I want to tell you there's a guy called Ryan Dice. He's an online marketer. He's gone from being a guy like myself who teaches people how to do things individually and sets up his own systems, but he was far more efficient than me, and he's gone far in life. He now makes in the region of $10 or $20 million a month. Good for him. Now, I bring it up only to say that this man's an expert, and he tested years ago, he tested what is considered to be a perfect landing page, which, by the way, will be what I created. So normal sales page, whatever that is, with the image on it. So let's just, for want of a better example, call it this page. And he found that without even this, with just that image, so buy this pillow now, special offer today, one only left, whatever it was. And he said, no, people need to have variety of choice. So it's a bit of what I was telling you earlier in this video, is that if you go to when you pitch up at a page and there's lots of things to do, the busier the better, but keep it organized. So watch here. It's got a slider, which, by the way, has proven to not help your conversions. It distracts people and they sail right off of here. So I would not suggest the slider, but I have no problem with your a big core image that kind of really looks cool. It shows all the cushions, pillows put together in a pile, a bit like this, but better. Plan that out very well. It's very important. This is done great. Now, they've got this set up in a magazine type thing. So it's not quite what I want to show you, but watch here. They've got their sponsors. Interesting. They've got that. They're not sponsors. They've got all of their different areas you can go to in here. So it's done with a little mini menu. They've got each of these blocks, and there's images here to all the latest. There's the design latest. There's all the nature ones in a pile here, and all the culture ones in a pile here. So the idea is to make it work like a magazine cover, right? So give me a second to go and find you one of those two. 1 second. If I could tell you, I'm really struggling to breathe. This evil, this flu-ish thing. Okay, so here's a whole pile of magazine covers, and if you look, there are some that'll give you what Ryan Dice said is a bad thing. Here, one big image, 3 clickable things, and not enough choice. He's saying you need ones like this. Okay, but you need the page version of it. So let me make this big. Now what happens here? You pitch up, there's this really cool picture, the fact that she covers the title is exactly true. You know it's a wedding picture. There's a bride, and your brain says wedding. I love that. I can never get it right as well. They've done brilliant fonts. Whoever does that brand magazine, good job. In fact, it's really cool pin colors too. But can you see, from here you get to do luxury getaways. That covers honeymoons, 362 summer wedding details, real brides, barns, curves. Sorry, don't laugh, Rob, that's just rude. 28 brilliant buttonholes. Oh, I guess that's that thing. So can you see, if you can turn your page into something like this, and by the way, I'm going to say this very carefully because Divi can do this. Divi can easily drag the words over other images and really do a brilliant job these days. If you're a designer, you can produce pages that are absolutely stunning. If you're not a designer, you can just load one that's standard. I'm going to go and find you an example. Give me a second. I realize you might be curious as to see how I'm going to find a page. I've gone to my gift site and I've clicked add new page. Okay, I've asked it to use the Divi Builder, and I'm going to choose a pre-made layout, right? So this is just to show you an example. Now, Elegant Themes supply us with a huge library of styles. Now, these are the ones that came out with Divi a while back. I have no clue if it's 2 years or 6 months or 5 years, to be very honest. I don't think it's 5 years. So I'm going to go down to the very end to what they're doing lately, because the more they add the latest styles and tricks that they do in their designing, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to go and show you an example of some of the cool things they're doing with their pages these days. So let's see if let's just try this one. So I'm going to click here. Now it's asking me to load this. I just want to go to the live demo and show you. So I'm going to click that and it's going to open in a new page. Now, so this is a pure Divi layout. I'm trying to see if it's got tricks where it overlays images on images and on images. It would appear probably not. So let's just go back to pre-made layouts. My bad. And there's this one that I used quite a lot. Oh, here's an online store. Let's go and have a look. View live demo. I'm amused. This is the one I used. And it just was complicated, to be honest. So this is what I'm talking about here. So you can create this whole magazine look by just knowing some things, or you can come in here and use what they've done here to do the same thing. So you'd come up here and you'd decide, okay, you don't want any of this, you delete that, but you'd keep this. And you'd put your big, remember the big image behind here, and then or better still, the big image in here, and all of these things click outable. So yeah, perhaps I'm going about this, wasting your time showing you all of this. Incidentally, in every one of these, let's go to the very latest. Let's see what they've done. It's a startup. My bad, I have to go back here. In every one of these, I can actually look at the blog page, the careers, the contact, the product and services, the landing page. It looks like they've got the landing page is the one that they go to here. So, yeah, you see they've got these. Can you see that little ball disappear and that thing's moving? These are the new things I'm talking about. Wow, it's likely to make me seasick, this. But the point is, by the way, you can load this page and see what they did to make that thing run up and down. I don't know if you like this or not. Personally, I think keep it simple. Go back to the magazine look, run the pages and the text over. So you simply do a constant background. You have your image and then other images that blend over. You know, we just drag these big words over and this becomes clickable. And it's all with this background image. So in other words, on your page, the wedding ideas, not even the wedding and the lady, and the pink background will all be your background picture, one shot. And all the rest of this will be clickable posts and things. So, but yeah, I hope I'm making sense. I'm confusing the system, because you've got to remember this is the same thing that I think that you need to do that too. And whereas here it's all in blocks and squares, so you need to fiddle with it. But ultimately you want a page that goes to where you've got all of your links. Actually, let me go back there and show you my page that I've got, which is not a very good example. Is it here? Yeah. So here I've kept it very, very simple, but it's not the right way yet. I haven't tried very hard. I've put these in for now. Sorry, I'm stuttering out of embarrassment. What you do here, this is your sidebar. You can have this on almost every page as your links. You can put them in the bottom here too. You can create a blog post and divide a page up into so many. Let's go back into here and let's close this. I want to just show you. Here's the Divi Builder, right? You could literally open a new section. Start here. Add new section. So you're going to do a regular section. Check this out. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 blocks. So you can start with 2/3, 1/3, and then when you've got this section added, right, you can take that section, which is now here. You can add your image, right, whatever that is, and your text and whatever, so that the one will then swap over the other. And that's how you design it. So in other words, you can do rows of 3s and 4s and 5s, and in amongst all of this, this section here, for example, will actually be your blog post. So when they pitch up, the bit that they've come to look at, the words, is in the middle, and around it, it's surrounded by related topics, subjects, click-outable links, link bait, all sorts of things that make them think, wow, look what else I got. If they weren't interested, if they were really, really interested, where am I going to here? If they were really, really interested in the cushion link that they clicked on from Pinterest in the first place, they're going to go to those ones, those images. Because obviously, to go back to the original idea, all of your cushions, those 10, are on that page. They're going to go through until they see the cartoon one, the one that you did that looks like a comic, 6 blocks and words in each of them, and think, oh, I love that one. And bingo, they're going to go there, click on it, buy it, and you've got your sale. Somebody else thinks that's a little childish, who wants an anime, whatever, or they wanted a different cartoon. They wanted an old-fashioned style with lots of blams and pows on it. And somebody else wants an anime style. Can you see? If you've got them both, you've got your sale. Remember, originally, let's go back to here. My buyers are going to come from these main things, which is gift ideas, the awareness, which is people that want people to be aware of their illness. I'm just as bad as all of you. I want people to know I'm sick. In fact, I'm sick and tired of it. We keep saying we're sick and tired of telling people we're sick. Well, just don't say it. And it's so hard, I promise myself I'm not going to say it, and then off we go shopping, and everybody's out the car and halfway away, and I catch up to them and I tell them, you guys need to try fibromyalgia for a while. You can't rush out of a car like that. And then I think to myself that I really have to chirp them. They knew why I was slow already. The other day I was walking somewhere, and my grandson came up to me, and we were spread out. We'd gone to a maple syrup festival, and we were spread out, and my wife was behind me in the spread out, and my grandson came up to me and said, Grandpa, wow, you're not lost for a change. And I don't know if that was just, I figure it's just an observation. Kids don't mean malicious things, and he didn't. I know it just, he felt, wow, look at that. He noticed it, which means I'm always at the back. And it's well, yeah. So pillows, t-shirts, bracelet. Okay, they come again related. So this is not my. Yeah, those are my keywords. So let's see what's in here. Yeah, so I would go and do a sleep position post, and on it will be all of my fibromyalgia sleep related things: the pillows, the comforters, the pillows covers, the duvet covers. Can you see? They all relate, and I literally tell them on that page there will be blocks of links all around. And then these sleep positions for fibromyalgia, which by the way I have no clue what they are. I figure somebody's done a bit of research on it. So it's a perfectly good keyword for me to start off on and spend a day researching it. Watch out that they're not straight up trying to sell you a mattress, which of course is what we do, right? But if you've read, actually here's the best, if you've read up on it enough times, you will find that, let me just see, I find that I have to do half this time that. So in other words, all I got to do is read about it enough, and then write a post that says, look, pretty much this is what it seems to be. Keep yourself level. I find that I mustn't sit still. If I lie in one position for too long, the cramps are so evil. Okay, enough talking about my pains again. But can you see? So these are all best mattresses. I want to kind of come across as that I'm just helping you cover with the sleep. But then when you get to my page, wow, it's full of comforters and pillows and all sorts of other things that might or might not interest them. And so my pins to that page will all be related to sleep. And I'd literally produce 10 or 20 of them, the best and worst. I'd make some infographics if I can get away with it. I'd have to find out which images. By the way, be very careful about using this. Go to your tools. This is in the other training, by the way. So if you go with label for reuse, you'll find that all the cool ones are gone. Like, are any of these related to sleep anymore? No. So what you might need to do if you really want to take it seriously, so now you go back there and you go to and you go and have an artist on Fiverr create a similar type mock-up. They must never make it look the same. You know, you don't want these people to say, excuse me, look at that. It looks like, oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm on 37 minutes on this one, people. Sorry that it's gone on so long, but ultimately I just want you to think that when you've got your website set up, that you bringing them into a process that ultimately gets your sales. I've got quite a few friends and clients doing this, and it's all very well for me. I know how to do it, and then I don't have the energy to do it myself. I'm too busy with this and too busy with that, and then I keep on having to tell you, do as I say, don't do as I do. But if I want to actually sell the products I'm designing, remember my business is teaching you guys. But if and I do want to sell the products I'm designing, so at some point I would have to go there and do exactly that. You create collections, you create categories, you create bundles. You even put together a bundle of I think that can be done with almost all the print-on-demand people. But all you do is put it together yourself, and you put it with a single, I don't know, you'd have to double-check that I'm not talking through my hat here. But you basically say, look, I'll tell you what, get 2 pillows, a comforter, and an X into this bundle, and you will, you know, and then your profit would have been for all of that, let's say $25, $50, doesn't matter, but $50. You cut your profit down to 20, they save $30, and they're getting a complete set. So the chances are that you can do that kind of thing, and you can only do that if you've got collection pages, if you've got all sorts of ways of them clicking off of your page. So you've got to learn to do pages on a drag and drop system, and I get that it's not something you're going to learn very quickly. Divi is easy, but it's all in there. It's also all in my training. So if you go to the actual website, and it doesn't throw me out. I haven't been here for a day or two. And you go to the dashboard, you'll see inside of here, there's all the Divi training in there. There's 100, here we go, 100 videos. There's how to do images. There's how to set up your pages. Over a period of time, once you get into the routine of making pins and pictures, you can create the products. Pretty much what I've got at this point. So let's go back to my website. Where is it? And we go to my products. This is very new, this website. And yet, I bet you I've got 20 products. I say bet you, I must be careful. 41 published. Wow. By the way, please be sad for me. I don't know why it says out of stock and some of them in stock. Look, it's the same pillows. Why does it say out of stock? I have to contact these guys. Wow, 3 hours ago I started making videos. It was 7 in the morning, 10:30, and I'm only on the second or third one. Okay, yeah, but we also had 40 minutes here. All right, let me get out of here. I'll leave this video open to you to come back and tell me, Rob, that was all very vague and weird. And so please show me how to set up that page. Also, by the way, go to this shop website. Really, I wonder what page that was. That was my demo one I was showing you. And there's a chance that by then there will be pages. So when you get here, instead of it just saying A, B, C on the top, it'll get there eventually, people. Okay, so now home, shop, popular blog. Really, I will probably have got it to where it's now got 8 categories, and you saw what those were in my keyword folder. But it'll say jewelry, it'll say pillows, all those 10 things, all the t-shirts will start to be piled up, and I will not just have a random cushion and pillow here and there. I'm going to somewhere along the line put together those 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 items, all of them just in the jewelry ranges. So I mean, if you look at this here, it's lovely, right? Do you remember that I had that fibromyalgia stuff that's hysterical? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Stuff. No, I don't have a clue. Maybe it is in here. The jewelry thing. Now I'm talking through my head again. Action folder. Where would it be? Maybe ready to print on demand. Anyway, it was that dog taggy thing. It's made. I've just got to get it done, you know. Anyway, okay, so I'm out of here. Any questions, give me a shout and I'll pick you up to hopefully less chatty videos. Where do I have to go next? We can look and see how bad we're off. Blogging done. Be consistent. I can cover this in 10 seconds. Let's see you in the next video, guys. Cheers.